Welcome back to The Explainer. So if you feel like your monthly software bills are just, slowly bleeding your bank account dry, trust me, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're actually putting a stop to it. The goal here is simple. We're going to help you escape the modern subscription trap. We are breaking down 5 incredibly capable, totally free AI tools that can effortlessly replace up to $500 a month in legacy software costs. We've got a lot of amazing ground to cover today, so let's just jump right in. All right, let's dive into this. Get ready, because this is a pretty jarring number. $4,830. That is the average amount a single employee's software subscriptions cost per year right now in 2025. And honestly, what's even more uncomfortable about that stat is that it jumped almost 22% in just the last 12 months alone. We're basically living inside this subscription trap that was built way before AI really exploded. The list of tools just quietly compounds every single month, and most of us barely even notice because, well, each individual charge feels pretty small, right? But here is what has completely changed the game. The gap between free and paid tools, it's essentially closed, gone. And to prove we aren't just talking about saving pennies here, let's look at the macro-level evidence. According to a recent Thrive study, 66% of small businesses using AI are now saving between $500 and $2,000 every single month. How? Just by swapping out paid software for free AI tools. And it's not just small businesses. Massive enterprises are doing this too. Take Publicis Sapient, a 20,000-person firm. They cut their software licenses by roughly 50% just by making the switch to generative AI. That is massive. So let's look at our first replacement. In the heavy-hitting, expensive industry-standard corner, we have Adobe Premiere Pro sitting at $55 a month. But stepping up to replace it is CapCut AI, built by ByteDance, and it costs absolutely nothing, $0. For years, the golden rule was that free video editors were super frustrating, super limited, and they slapped ugly watermarks on everything you made. Well, that rule is officially dead. What's truly mind-blowing here is exactly how much sheer processing power you get without ever typing in a credit card number. CapCut's free tier covers, honestly, like 80 to 90% of everyday video creation needs. I mean, you get auto captions that accurately detect different speakers. You can completely remove backgrounds in one click, no green screen required. It auto reframes wide videos perfectly for shorts or TikToks. It handles AI noise removal with just a single toggle, and it'll even cut your footage right to the beat of your music. It completely bypasses that intense learning curve you get with traditional editors. Now, I know some of you are natural skeptics out there thinking, okay, this is way too good to be true. What's the catch? Let's be totally transparent. If you're working on, say, a broadcast-quality indie film or television show, or if you're doing heavy color science with massive raw camera files, Premiere Pro absolutely still has the edge. No question. But if you're a YouTuber, a social media manager, or running a small business, CapCut is the significantly smarter choice. And just like that, you instantly confirm $55 a month in savings. Okay, moving on to writing tools, where the financial waste is just often huge. You might be paying $69 a month for Jasper AI to generate your content, and then another $25 for Grammarly Business to edit it. That's $94 a month combined. Well, we are going to replace both of those legacy subscriptions at the exact same time with Anthropic's Claude entirely on its free tier. So why is this such an incredibly easy swap? Basically because Claude Free outright dominates. In recent blind tests with 134 participants, Claude won 4 out of 8 rounds when compared directly head-to-head against ChatGPT and Gemini. But here's the real kicker. When professional editors evaluated the writing without actually knowing an AI generated it, they consistently rated Claude's output as the most natural and nuanced. It doesn't just, flag a missing comma like Grammarly, it actually restructures entire arguments to make them way stronger. It maintains coherence across long-form articles without losing the plot, and it can turn your messiest, half-baked bullet points into a polished professional email in seconds. It genuinely elevates your writing. And this brilliantly illustrates our third tool, moving us straight into the world of research. Instead of paying $20 for Perplexity Pro and maybe another $10 to $30 for summarizers like Scholarcy, which puts you at around $40 a month total, you really need to be using Google NotebookLM. This represents a massive shift. We're moving from a general AI that just blindly searches the Wild West of the open internet to a hyper-localized, zero-hallucination research assistant. Let me just quickly run through what NotebookLM can actually do, because it is wild. You can upload up to 50 different sources, PDFs, websites, YouTube transcripts, all simultaneously. And because it only cites the documents you specifically gave it, there is literally zero risk of AI hallucination. It essentially becomes an absolute expert on your unique materials. From there, it can generate full, podcast-style audio conversations about your documents, create cinematic video overviews, and automatically build study flashcards. In fact, taking dense research documents and structuring them into clear knowledge bases is exactly the kind of workflow driving the analysis in this very explainer. And you get all of this for free, just with a standard Google account. Now let's think about something we all spend way too much time doing: meetings. If you are paying $17 a month for Otter.ai Pro, or you're paying per meeting for Rev Transcription, you are honestly bleeding money unnecessarily. Enter Fireflies.ai. Their free tier is the ultimate financial replacement for automated note-taking and transcription.
The thing is, Fireflies goes so far beyond just basic transcription. It automatically joins your calls on Zoom, Google Meet, Teams, and WebEx. Then, right after the call, it generates a full AI summary and a list of action items attributed to exactly who needs to do them. It even has a topic tracker so you can skip straight to specific subjects, and it runs sentiment analysis. That last one is an absolute goldmine for sales teams tracking prospect engagement. Ultimately, it creates a fully searchable archive of everything you've ever discussed, saving professionals easily 5 to 10 hours a week. Now, to be fair, the free tier does limit you to 800 minutes of storage, but that covers about 13 hours of meetings per month, which is totally sufficient for most individual users.
Okay, that brings us to our final swap. You might be paying $15 a month right now for Canva Pro or Beautiful.ai just to make presentations. Instead, you need to be using Gamma.app. Gamma completely overhauls the traditional, manual, painstakingly slow slide design process and completely transforms it into an instant, AI-driven workflow. Gamma is incredible because it isn't just some lazy template filler. It actually uses design intelligence. You can just describe your topic in plain English or paste in a research document, and Gamma generates a beautifully formatted presentation in under 60 seconds. The AI makes the actual layout and color decisions for you. You can change the entire visual theme with just a single click, or even share the presentation as a live website without ever having to deal with clunky PowerPoint files. It dramatically slashes the hours you usually spend just tweaking text boxes and aligning shapes.
Okay, let's bring all of these micro replacements together into one clear picture. Individually, these legacy chargers for Premiere Pro, Jasper, Perplexity, Otter, and Canva might seem pretty manageable. You know, it's just $15 here, $20 there. But when you lay them all out side by side against their genuinely capable free replacements, the compounded monthly waste is absolutely laid bare for you to see.
So, the crucial point is this number right here, $221. That is what you were saving every single month by canceling those paid software tools. Over a year, that adds up to over $2,650 entirely from just replacing 5 tools. And think about it. If you apply this exact same logic to your broader ecosystem of project management and automation software, the numbers get even more staggering. Now, you might be wondering, why is this even possible? Like, why are companies suddenly giving away all this massive value for free? Well, it all comes down to a 2026 paradigm shift. AI model costs have dropped dramatically, and the competition out there is fierce. In today's market, giving away a genuinely powerful free product is actually a company's primary customer acquisition strategy. The free tier is the product. It is no longer just a crippled, frustrating demo. The distinction between the old way and the new way is super clear. Historically, free tiers had quality limits. They were deliberately feature-stripped and watered down just to frustrate you into pulling out your wallet. But today, you are simply restricted by quantity limits. You get the exact same powerful AI features as the paying users, but you might just have a cap on daily usage or storage minutes, or maybe export resolution for super long videos. Because most average users and freelancers rarely hit those heavy power user ceilings anyway, they effectively get premium output for free. All right, you have the knowledge. Now let's execute the financial rescue. Here is your practical action plan. Step 1, pull up your bank statement and find every software subscription you're currently paying for. Step 2, match them against the 5 free tools we covered today. Step 3, start your free accounts. Seriously, each one takes under 2 minutes to set up. And Step 4, just use the free version for 30 days. Once it proves it can actually handle your daily workload, go ahead and hit cancel on that paid subscription. The tools are free. The savings are very, very real. I want to leave you with this provocative thought. If you are needlessly spending over $200 a month on just these 5 tools, what else are you overpaying for right now? Take a hard look at your tech stack. If this breakdown opened your eyes to how much you can actually save, make sure to like and subscribe to The Explainer. We're going to keep breaking down every essential AI tool in plain English every single week. Go take action on those subscriptions, and I'll catch you in the next one.